Oh, well, that was a not so fun surprise to wake up to. I'm guessing because of the temperature, air, and location, dude, everything is soaked. Even in the shelter. The bench. You can see all that beads of sweat and water. Water, water, water. Yeah. So picture that amount of water on everything. Everything that I left out basically has a nice thick layer of water coating the top. So, I'm wondering if I should just do a 0 day today. 0 out, put everything out, let it dry, let it air out, hang around in town or something. If everything goes differently and I do decide to take off, then yeah, we'll do that road walk that I talked. We'll do that. Oh my gosh, this is making it difficult to record. If it dries out and I get to pack it up, then yeah, we'll do the road walk today. But I don't think we will because 16 miles will take quite a while. And if I don't start till lunchtime, I might not make it to my campsite in time. It depends on if I feel like doing a night walk or not. There's a most definite ant problem in this building. My stuff is also covered in ants, which is super annoying. I woke up and had a really long trail of ants leading up to my bed. I had ants on my sleeping bag, ants in everything pretty much, which is super weird because I don't have food out. My food is all properly put away, wrapped up, ziplocked. So I don't know what they smell on my stuff, but they're going at everything and it's really annoying. I feel like I'm trapped on an island and the ants are circling like sharks. So right now I'm actually making a game out of it. And I'm going through and like poke, 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 poke. Poke one, drag it, see how many I can kill with one swipe. I'm up to at least 30 ants that I've killed, so I'm on a roll. Alright, so we opted to go into town. There's a caretaker at the park mowing, so I felt pretty good leaving my stuff there, and I even went up to him and told him I was leaving it and going to town. So he said that'd be perfectly alright. He'd keep an eye out for as long as he was there, so that's good. So the sun is already starting to peek through over the range, so that'll be nice. Hopefully that'll peek through a little bit more, just a little bit, and start destroying this fog, and then ultimately start drying out my gear. And then from there I'll walk through the town, explore, have fun, do what I do. Making my way down to a grocery store, and then I'll resupply. I only need food for 2 days, which will be heavenly because that means less weight to lug up and down the mountain. And there's also a little ice cream shop here somewhere, it's right next to a grocery store, so that'll be the end of my day spot to stop. Get myself a ice cream bowl or an ice cream cone. Cool. We are making our way to the outskirts of the town right now. I just passed Masters Road, which goes up to my shelter. So we're getting close to the grocery store, deli, and all that. So, I think I ate too fast. As soon as I stood up from the table and started moving, my stomach started getting cramps. So I'm like getting side stitches now, trying to walk them out. Oh, and I passed a really cool monument dedicated to 2 soldiers, one in Vietnam and one that served in, I believe, in World War II in the France area. Geez, some cool stories. Talk about bravery and heroism. I love reading about people that are willing to sacrifice themselves for their fellow brothers. It's inspiring and all around beautiful to read, I think. Well, that was sad. But I walked all the way up and I got to the place I was looking for, and it's listed as a grocery store. It was a lie, because it definitely was not a grocery store. It was a trucker maintenance building. So it had a bunch of milk tankers that were getting serviced. I just sat there looking at it. I was like, I don't think they sell groceries here. So then I went across the street to a butcher shop, asked her, the lady there, and she told me that there's a grocery store further down in town, basically right where I came from, and I just went the wrong direction. So now we are on the hunt, and I'm walking back the way I came, back to the Martine's Diner family restaurant to hopefully find the grocery store, which is all of 2 blocks down in the opposite direction from there. We have arrived at the Everett Food Liner grocery store. Woohoo! So, man, it's getting hot. I had to take my puffy off, so I started sweating to death. So I'm actually considering, just chilling here for a little while. Not at the store, but at the shelter when I'm done with my shopping. And then maybe hiking, since my entire day today is going to be street road hiking, then I'll probably just wait and do some night hiking today. Because the campsite, if I'm not mistaken, my campsite is going to be right off the road. So I'll probably night hike the road and then make camp. So this is actually awesome. We got like the full produce. Oh my gosh, I love country markets. They're like some of my favorite markets. Alright, that was a successful shopping trip. I got a bunch of good stuff, and I got a lot of liquids because it hit me, if I'm doing 16 miles of street walking, there aren't going to be any water sources between here and the next campground. So I'm going to need a lot of water between now and then. So I got 2 liters of Propels, I got 2 Powerades, and now I'm about to go to Sheets to get a liter of water, not a liter, but a gallon of water. And I'm going to try and chug that before I take off. That way I'm fully hydrated to make at least 5-6 miles before needing another drink. So that'll be my plan, that's the goal. And I also bought some goodie goods. So I got a box of 6, I think, Klondike cookie ice cream bars. That's my indulgence. But that'll help cool me off and satisfy a sweet tooth while I'm hiking as well. So, cool. Now it's time to get back to the shelter to start packing up my gear and getting ready to start hiking again. Alright, back at the Sheets, got more water. So they didn't have gallons, so I just got 2 giant 1 liter Deer Parks. And now, because they're not gonna last till I get back to the shelter, oh yeah, I got 3 more there. I'm gonna down all of them. I have been dying for an ice cream sandwich, and this is just hitting every taste bud just right. I'm gonna die. My stomach is so full. Whew. Who knew 18 ice cream sandwiches could be so filling? Whew. Hope this doesn't give me stomach cramps while I hike later. Alright. Dude, that was fun. Good time in this town. I got ice cream. Dude, demolishing those 8 ice cream bars. So good. So now I've made it back to my shelter. Everything is dry. It's great. The only thing is, it is incredibly hot at the moment. And if I'm going to be hiking on the road, it's going to be twice as hot. It's just going to be miserable. So my thought is to do some night hiking. So it'll be great because I am not going to be on the trail at all today, other than when I cross from the road and cut up into the ridgeline again, because the campsite is literally like right there at the intersection. So my plan is going to be leaving probably later afternoon, maybe 3 o'clock, somewhere in there probably, and I'll do a night hike and get there, I don't know, sometime tonight. But at least that way the heat of the afternoon will be done, because again, the fear would be hiking this and running out of water, because I'll get super thirsty and dry out incredibly fast walking on blacktop. So to conserve water and to be able to be, for the most part, safe with it, that's what I'm planning on doing. If I can hike in the cool weather and not drink as much, conserve, it'd be great. On point. Oh, I did meet, I met some really cool people at elderly home care home right down from where the shelter is on my way up. And they were all out smoking, having their little afternoon hang time. It was so fun. I was talking to them about the hike and what I was doing, and then we got talking about mushrooms and herbal remedies and these cool old school books that this woman used to read when she was a kid, and all these homeopathic remedies that were just like super effective. So it was a really good conversation, and yeah, I love talking with older people. They're so cool. They have so much knowledge and so much wisdom, and I don't know, I think you'd just be stupid to let that just, go to waste. Because they love sharing. They love talking most of the time. And if you're a youngin' and you're eager to learn and listen, it's like an instant respect. They love it, and I love it. So I learned some cool new things, and yeah, their names were Steve and Claudia. And super awesome, love them, got my picture with them. Even though I hate the hike, I am still making new friends and meeting some really cool people along the way. So, that's what this whole channel is about, and I am so glad that I've at least met a handful of really cool people that I'll never forget. So it's an awesome thing. Awesome journey so far. So I know I've probably said this before, but it's something that needs to be said so often. For all of you out there that help out backpackers, please know that we are so thankful for all you guys do, and all the trail angels out there and people that are just happening to be in the right place at the right time to show kindness to a backpacker and hiker. Know that we appreciate it and love it more than you could ever know. It is an insane blessing to have people come up alongside of us to offer us help, or give us, even if it's just to give us a drink of water. It's so incredibly nice, and it does not go forgotten. I can tell you, everyone, in all of my years of backpacking, every single person that's ever helped me on the trail by giving me food or snacks, water, or even just like giving me a lift somewhere, it doesn't even have to be that. Even if it's just someone that comes up to me and just talks to me and encourages me and gives me that motivational boost, like, you got this, man. You have no idea how far that goes, and I remember every one of you. Like, you are a part of our lives. Even if you don't know it or think that what you're doing is that important, you will always be in our memory. You are part of our story. You have become part of our journey, our adventure, and it's just incredible. I just want to let you guys know that you are never forgotten. I will remember you always, and I'll always fondly talk of you in all of my stories when I talk to other people. So, yeah, that's just something that was on my mind, and I just really wanted to get it on camera so that you guys can know how much that we really appreciate all you do for us. So thank you, thank you, thank you. And if you see a backpacker or a hiker and you remember this video clip, then don't be afraid to step out and help him. We are coming out onto the road, and it's sketchy. It's definitely sketchy, at least coming out of town on the main road. We have now started. We're outside of Everett. I had to go through Earlstown, or I think it was called, but linked all the roads together. Got down here, now I'm on Black Valley Road, and I got a good probably 15 miles or so on here. It's gonna be hot, and it's already hot. The blacktop is reflecting this mid-afternoon heat like no one's business. So I'm glad I stocked up on lots of water. Taking a little break at the moment. I've gone a few miles and it's hot. The next long stretch up there, it looks like a really long stretch of no shade. So this is the last bit of shade for quite a while, it looks. So decided to catch a quick snack, rehydrate, and then I'll take off and do this next big section. Whew. I think we're down to our last 4-ish miles, but it's hard to tell because the Far Out app is calculating, I think, based on different things. So I think sometimes it gets confused. I'm not entirely sure, but I'm guessing it's around 4 miles. And the sun is right on the ridge. So I give it maybe 15 minutes, 20 minutes before that sun is back there for good. And I'll be in much darker conditions and cool stuff. Who knew I'd pass this? That's a Purdue farm. A Purdue farmer for over 100 years has said on his mailbox. Now you know, between Flintstone and Everett on Black Valley Road, there's a Purdue farm. Woohoo! The things you learn while you're doing a crazy long walk. All right, last video until I make camp, guys. The sun's going down quick. It's getting darker. I don't have anything reflective on. And I got, I don't know, a couple miles left, not many, but I don't want to be out here when it's dark and run the risk of somebody not seeing me and running me over a day before finishing. That'd be the worst luck I think anyone's ever had. So yeah, I just wanted to give a quick update where I'm at, and then I'm going to replace the camera with my headlamp and get to my camping spot. But yeah, so here we are, on the road still. Sun is going down. It doesn't look it, but it is getting darker, and it's actually not bad. The only reason I'm huffing is because of the pack. All that extra liquid water weight that I packed, which I didn't even use. I think I've only used 1 liter of water so far. I still have another liter on that side and 2, probably half liters of the Powerade in the backpack. So plenty to go. But I decided I'm not taking a random trail because I really don't trust them. I do not trust the trails anymore around here on this mid-state. I don't trust the trails coming off of it. I don't trust the trail itself. So I decided I'm just gonna stick to this main road, and I think it goes out to a bigger road. I think it's Route 326 or something like that. But I'm not too worried because it's getting later in the day, so I don't think there's gonna be as many people on it traveling it right now, so I should be safe. And yeah, I'm just gonna take it the safe route. I don't feel like trying to take a trail that is gonna be potentially overgrown and unblazed, unmarked, because oh my gosh, I would probably freak out. I would freak out, I'd panic if I'm in unknown territory hiking in the dark on a trail that's not even marked to a trail that is barely a trail. So that is my decisioning and why I decided to do it. And it might take a little longer, but totally worth it. So I'll stop rambling now. I'm gonna get back to walking. I'm gonna put my camera away, and the next time that you see me, we'll be at the top, at my sleeping point, where I will be 1 day away from finishing this trail. Well, hello everybody. Now that I've given you a nice little scare for the evening, we have made it up to the top. Oh yeah. It took a while, and it took some singing. I was singing to myself quite a bit to be able to get that last push up to the top. But I found the trail, and there's a parking lot right next to it, and there's a stream right over to my right. And it said on the app not to camp in the parking area. It said it's not a preferable thing, and you shouldn't camp in the area. But hey, I don't see anywhere else to camp, and I really doubt anyone's going to be pulling off into this parking lot anytime soon. So I figured it'd be all right to stay here until morning. And yeah, I feel great. My moral is good. I don't know why I keep calling it moral. It's my morale. I was always bad with pronunciation. Just ask my family. Yeah, so my morale is up, and I still have a whole liter of water. I have an entire Powerade out there, and I have a Powerade in here that I'm chugging. I'm gonna make me some wraps. I'm gonna finish out the day. But otherwise, it went great. Not really much to recap on. There wasn't much that happened today. It was really just walking on a road. It was pretty boring, pretty blah, 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 blah. So what you saw earlier from the footage is about all that went down. But yeah, otherwise it went good. My feet hurt a bit. Mostly the backs of my feet. Like in the heels and up through my Achilles tendon is aching pretty good. My arms went numb a few times. I think, yeah, I definitely had too much weight in the backpack and it wasn't able to hold itself in the proper position. So the straps actually came tight against my shoulders and was pinching off circulation with one of the arteries going through. So my hands started swelling up and I started losing feeling in my fingers. So I had to take periodic breaks to take the pack off and kind of let blood flow go back through. I'm tired, it's been a long day. So I'm just gonna eat and then I'm gonna crash and move on to tomorrow, which is our last day. Last day. I have a vision of the meal that I've been dying to eat. Ever since I was a week in, I had a hankering for it. And it's just gotten stronger and stronger. So I just can't wait. That's what my motivation is, to finish this trail now. It's not just to get it done, it's I want to get home so I can make this meal. It's what you would expect. It's not healthy. Not even sort of healthy. I'm craving everything that I love in one thing. So hot wings, hot wings, my favorite food of all time. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make a buffalo dip, and I'm gonna buy 2 large pizzas. I'm gonna put the buffalo dip onto the pizza, and then I'm going to get, okay, this is gonna sound really gross, but the people who know me and the people who get these kinds of hankerings when you're just hiking nonstop, hopefully they'll understand. And if they don't, then you can just call me weird and liking absurd foods. But I'm gonna get salt and vinegar chips, and I'm gonna crush them up on top of the pizza and the dip. And then I am going to cook both pizzas. And then when they're pretty much done, I'm gonna take the one, I'm gonna flip it onto the other one and make like this big old pizza sandwich type of deal. And then I'm gonna keep some of the hot sauce that I used extra, and I'm gonna use it to dip. And then I'm probably gonna get a bag of Doritos and dip that in the hot sauce too. So, like I said, it is a completely terrible for your arteries meal, but I always get hankerings for incredibly salty food when I'm done hiking. Probably because of all the sweat and exertion, but I can't get enough salt for a while. So usually when I get home, I put everything I love that's salty into one thing and devour it. All right, good night, guys. I'll see you tomorrow.